we thought, I've been one of the stewards today, and we thought that the march had actually finished, but when I walked back down here from Whitworth Park, there are still groups of people walking up the street with their banners, and the roads are still closed, so we have definitely made an impact. And that's what we've got to do, isn't it? Yeah. In other countries, people get out on the streets and their governments listen. In our country, we've got to keep getting out on the streets again and again and again until this government listen and they stop the cuts that they're making at the moment. And the reason that the NUT has been so heavily involved with the campaign against austerity and the cuts is because of the dramatic effects that these cuts are having on children and their families. Every single one of the benefit cuts, the cuts to hospitals, the cuts to education funding, they all affect children and they absolutely ruin their chances of reaching their full potential in life. And there is nothing worse for a teacher than to watch those children who have achieved not even able to get a job because there are no jobs out there. Not because they're too lazy to get them, not because they don't have the right skills, but because jobs have been cut. And where jobs have been put in place, they're small jobs, they're part-time jobs, they're on minimum wage jobs. The people being asked to take on 0 hours contracts. And we really congratulate the Hovis workers in Wigan for their fight and their victory against that sort of contract. And we are proud to support the NHS and all public services and all workers. And we feel we're right at the front of this because we understand that this is a class war. And the largest weapon that the Tories are using is to prevent our children from having the education that they need and deserve. On the 27th of June, teachers in the North West had a fantastic day of strike action, and we know that a lot of you were out there supporting us on that day. There are strikes next week on the 2nd of October and again on the 17th of October by teachers in the rest of the country. And there will be activities in the North West to support that. Please do everything you can to support those strikes, and we will, if we don't get anywhere, we will be on strike again in November as a national strike, and we very much hope that there will be other unions who will be in a position to take strike action with us in November. So I think we should congratulate ourselves. We are making ourselves heard and we are making our views known, but there's still a long way to go, and the one thing that we have to do is remain united, because it's only united that we can produce enough resistance to bring this government and its policies to its knees. And let's get policies in place and a government in place that does truly represent the working class. Thank you.